Hey, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me always is T-Money, King of Puppies. There you go. This time around, we will be reviewing the 22nd and 23rd of April in 2019 of Monday Night Raw and Smackdown. Let's do this. What you doing? What you doing? Yeah. Okay. So first things first is the fact that there is going to be a number one contenders match for Monday Night Raw to determine who is going to fight Seth Rollins at Money and the Bank. Because truth be told, they haven't announced who's going to beat the participants yet. Are we going to have a singles, or are we going to have the red case and the blue case? Meaning, Raw's going to have their own Money in the Bank briefcase for the Universal title, and SmackDown's going to have their blue Money in the Bank briefcase for the WWE title. If it's green, then it's just going to be for whoever wins it, representing their brand. Yep. They have not said that. No word on it. All we know is the fact that Triple H, when he came out, called out Seth Rollins and asked him that you should be worrying about, well, actually told him, I said asked, told him that you shouldn't be worrying about the person who's going to win the Money in the Bank. But that gives us a hint that there will be a Raw superstar who wins the Money in the Bank. So we might have split.
Man,
Says, that's what he says.
Yeah, it could. Well, I know Raw and SmackDown might have a
what?
Might have Money in the Bank, yeah.
Which case, they would have two matches that showcase the individuals from SmackDown, followed by two other wrestlers from Raw that are now on Raw, thanks to the shakeup, and have those competitors in two matches, two triple threat matches, that would later on go into the main event to fight each other to determine the number one contender. That's double duty. People literally lined up in the ring to showcase that they want a shot at the Universal title belt. One would be Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, you have Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, The Miz, and AJ Styles.
But my personal pick, I had to go who deserves to be champion, because he hasn't been champion, world champion in 30 years.
Or Universal title, for that matter.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about Universal. He hasn't been had a title belt in years. I changed that. I had to go Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. There would be two matches that we're not going in order because this lineup is not in order. But just to refresh our memory, thankfully I looked at this and saw these two fight, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, there was more to that. So they would have the first match would be a triple threat between AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and the United States champion, Samoa Joe. Through effort and determination, AJ Styles ended up beating both competitors and going on to the main event. Later that night, we would have The Miz fighting Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. And once again, The Miz is showing that he is a ruthless competitor, almost matching Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin's ruthless style. But thanks to the fact that Drew McIntyre is used to it, he goes ahead and Claymore kicks while running off the ropes into The Miz's face, and Baron Corbin steals that win, going on to face AJ Styles. And Baron Corbin, he's got eyes deadlock on him from the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre now. Ultimately, these two would then fight each other at the end of the night, and it would be AJ Styles that remains on top fighting Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. So with that said, we could see AJ Styles as the new Universal Champion.
I just hope he wins it though.
I think these two fought each other before in Ring of Honor.
Ooh.
AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. They were both from Ring of Honor.
Well, actually, AJ Styles is older than Seth. Seth Rollins didn't come to AJ Styles wasn't in Ring of Honor when Seth Rollins was in Ring of Honor.
Just checking.
AJ Styles was in TNA.
In which case, now we got to figure out if we're going to have two or just one briefcase for the men. And you know, when we have the men's, we have the women's. There is no talk whatsoever on the women's, sadly. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I'm glad you asked it. They still not thinking about it. They still talking about it. I don't know if they're going to do that again.
Well, they had it for 2 years. Let's see if they do it again.
Well, it's because like no one seemed to be interested in it.
We'll see. Next up, we would have the newly claimed name, and I have to look at this because it doesn't say it. We have from Bobby Roode to Robert Roode.
That's what he went by when he was first came to TNA.
Well, now he's doing it in WWE. Robert Roode, the other name for Bobby Roode, is now officially in WWE. He's still glorious, as he claims, and losing 200 and something pounds with Chad Gable. No longer a tag team. He's going back into singles, fighting Ricochet, and actually gets the win. That's the funny part. He beats Ricochet.
And he changed his look. That's real thing.
Not that much.
He
got a mustache.
Yeah, that's
he was growing that already.
That's the look he changed. You saw he got rid of that beard and he got a mustache.
Yep.
Now he started like he's one of the vaudevillains a little bit.
Next up, we would have mentioned here, we got Alicia Fox fights Becky Lynch at a potential shot at the Raw Women's title. While Lacey Evans is just there looking as the match goes on. And then when she's not done with the match, she hits her with not one, but two women's right. 2 knockout punches.
She just wants the Rollins title. That's all she wants.
Yeah.
She don't want the SmackDown title.
For the record, I don't think I mentioned it. Becky won the match, just for the record. We also have a promo featuring the Usos wanted to be welcome, but they actually say, welcome to the Uso Penitentiary, to the revival that put them to sleep when they were talking. See, right there.
And let's not forget, he mentioned that drunken while driving incident that Jimmy had. One Uso Bros had. I'm not sure which one, but I think it was Jimmy.
Both did. One had it, and then the other.
Yeah.
That's what sucks.
They got arrested for.
I don't even know if the Usos fought the revival. That's the thing. They didn't say anything.
No,
I guess they might have a match next week.
No. This is gonna be the first match with the revival.
Mm-hmm. No, I meant did they wrestle on Monday?
No. That's what I'm telling you. This is gonna be the first match.
So they haven't wrestled yet.
Right.
There you go. Next up, we would have all three. It was supposed to be only 2 of them, but 2 members of the Lucha House Party got wrecked while another was forcibly put in the match by the Viking Experience. Okay, this cannot be right. It says here, the Viking Raiders. What? Did they change the name again?
No. They don't have time to change it. They never do.
Well, the Viking Experience can you can tell them straight. They won. Mm-hmm. The Lucha House Party got wrecked, to say the least. Nothing they did helped them.
Well, you're going against 2 big guys, and
one big guy moves like a cruiserweight. And those 3 were cruiserweights. All 3 of them. They got out cruiserweight. Somewhat. It's funny.
He had that speed. He don't have to be he's a big guy. He's
a big old
look at Mark Henry tried to do that when he wasn't that much weight. Kane tried to do that too.
Oh, hell. Don't let Kane run. Don't let Kane run. He's a wrecking ball.
And Stone Cold did that too.
Oh, Stone Cold is another temple. He's not that big.
And when he knocked out Kane did like a backflip.
In which case, we also have... he was on SmackDown in a 6-man tag, but now we find out that the bar is officially broken up thanks to Cesaro coming to Raw. Now he's on Raw, permanent. But he has the bar's music, even having the Celtic music.
They're probably going to change it.
Yeah, they were just showing his photos instead of showing us the Celtic cross and all that stuff that Sheamus is known for.
Yeah, he can go back for the U.S. title like he did before.
True. And that, or he goes for the Universal title.
No,
we could see Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, for the Money in the Bank.
But here's the thing. The fans have to like you.
I think the fans like the fact that when he hits those uppercuts out of nowhere.
I'm talking about like they do for AJ Styles.
Well, we'll have to see, because I think he's a heel right now.
Yeah, because
one who isn't a heel and high flying is from 205 Live, Cedric Alexander, now a member of Raw, and in his match with Cesaro. And if I remember, I think Cesaro won. I don't think Cedric won. I could be wrong.
They also got Cesaro in the middle. They don't put him on the top yet because they need to tell you that this person is not ready yet.
Well, funny you mentioned that. Look who's next. I knew it was him. I knew all the spooky shit was him. But I did not expect this. What the fuck? The Firefly House, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Firefly House, the return of Bray Wyatt. Well, not so much return, because he's not wrestling yet. He's just talking.
He's mixed between Peter Herman and Blue's Clues.
Fuck that. He's a fat version of Robert's Neighborhood, whatever his name is.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's what he is.
I was getting that. He's let's say this. He's a mixed version of Pee Wee Herman.
Because he got puppets.
No. He's a mixed version of Pee Wee Herman, Blue's Clues, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I wouldn't say Blue Clues. There's nothing in there that's animated.
Look at the sweater. No, the sweater, dude.
Mr. Robert had a freaking...
No, his was... Mr. Rogers had was button. Look at his.
There's nothing Blue Clues about this guy.
Look at this. Look.
Anybody has their iconic outfits. He's rocking that red sweater. That's it. But as far as anything's concerned, what ominous is the fact that he's got a buzzard, which is a not scarecrow, a vulture called Mary, and you got a freaking witch doll. But there's a bunny on the sided icon. When you see it again, because they just keep replaying the same thing over and over on Facebook, on Twitter, on Raw, on SmackDown, on anything social media, you see him. You see that video of him choosing the chainsaw to slice his old image, cardboard.
I'm no longer that scary looking dude no more.
And yet he's got gloves saying hate and heal. What the fuck?
He said it's supposed to hate heal.
No, heal as in...
When you put them together, it's like hate heal.
No, I saw E-A. I didn't see E-E.
That's how it's spelled different.
Heal as in healing, not heal as in heel turn. Or I could be wrong. I would have to look at that again. So, no word on him coming back when. And the fact that they showed it on Raw and SmackDown, where he ends up is still in the air. Speaking of somebody who's in the air, he does not care about the people. He didn't even wrestle. He's just talking about his Instagram photos, Mr. Sami Zayn, on the fact that he's just enjoying life before coming back to WWE thanks to the fans. The fans are toxic to him, he says. So that's that. Okay, that. There's a triple threat. What? Oh, I didn't have it in. Yeah, that. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder comment on the Viking Raiders again. They put Viking Raiders, the Viking experience. Here we go. Naomi attempts to make Billie Kay feel the glow during hard-hitting singles match. Since not just the Usos, but Naomi is on Monday Night Raw, and she made Billie Kay feel the glow. We have that match. Yep, if the Iconics are in no mood, that means they lost. For sure. There's that thing again. These are just clips. Oh, okay. Then we just keep running. Running. I think that's it. There's Lacey Evans talking about the women's right. Okay, that wasn't even a match. Okay, yep, that's it. They're talking about last week's. I think we covered everything because the last match of the night was Baron Corbin and AJ Styles, and AJ Styles won and is going to fight Seth Rollins for the Universal title at Money in the Bank. Who will be the participants in the Raw side of the Money in the Bank, and will they be combined with the SmackDown to see whose brand wins, or will be singles, separate? No idea. With that said, while you're looking for the 23rd of SmackDown, I want to give a shout out to our boys Xavier Hill, Mike Henry. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the description down below, as always, and a remaining shout out to our fellow members of the Heaven's Monster podcast, Renee, Farrow, Andre, Chris Petrie, and Delvin. Sadly to say, I have some news. A while back, I found out that courtesy of Pokemon Go and their community day, it will be on the same day as Money in the Bank, so I won't be hosting that night, but I will be hosting Backlash afterwards because it's not going to be on the same day from what future research. So sadly, we won't have a podcast for that. Then again, we didn't have a podcast from WrestleMania because it got done late. So me and T-Money here will probably cover it the Monday after. So we'll see. Got it? Okay, let me see. First issue would be what Roman Reigns did to Vince McMahon, interrupting his announcement for Elias. Shane McMahon would come out and actually state that he wants Roman Reigns to fight him. He then gets jumped by Elias, and it's a 2-on-1 assault. And Roman Reigns is not happy. Later that night, they would announce that it would be Elias versus Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. And they, instead of staying and fighting, they hid into the limo and just ride off.
I just want to say one more thing. A former WWE legend has quit the WWE. He calls himself the man of 1,000 holes, and he's a former WWE and WCW superstar, Dean Malenko. You all know him as a former WWE light heavyweight champion, and he's won many titles. He's won titles in WCW and ECW.
Next up, we have Andre Cien Almas.
But you call him Andre now.
Andrea, actually.
Yeah, let's say Andre.
And him being on Monday Night Raw came to SmackDown to take away the Intercontinental Champion, but failed in doing so. Even with the help of Zelina Vega jumping in the ring and ultimately costing him the match. Good job on you, fam.
She thought it'll work, but it didn't work.
Ultimately, we would have a breakup. Well, not breakup, but more sadly, Zelina Vega was on Raw along with Alicia Black, but now we have confirmation thanks to a promo. Sorry, something came up. That Alicia Black will be on SmackDown Live. So those two are married to each other, and they just got broken up already again. They can't be on the same show. That sucks. They won't be. They won't be this time around.
Yeah, because they is doing that thing now that they used to. Just think about it. Some are get to be together, some don't.
Mm-hmm. Also, I told you, Paige was out there the whole time. thanks to the match of the singles match, Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce from the Iconics, the tag team women champions.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that she can't do nothing though. She can't.
Yeah, I told you she would be out there at least, representing as manager, and she was. In which case, Kairi Sane defeats Peyton Royce, and the Iconics lose twice in singles competitorship in a row. Okay, this is something interesting. I need to look this up. Okay. Check this out. They had a match, but apparently it wasn't determined who would win because of the interference of Lars Sullivan. Two other superstars were manhandled by the genetic freak. Chad Gable.
The crazy dude or the crazy monster.
No, that's what he's being called, the genetic freak.
But that's not his name.
Bro. Oh, he is now. He's been for since NXT. Genetic freak. Lars Sullivan.
Sorry, it has that name.
Well, two people have it now, and this one isn't a bodybuilder. He is just genetically bigger. He doesn't work muscles. He is muscle. And he knows how to throw around and jump and shit. God damn, this guy knows how to jump over the top rope like it's nothing. It's terrifying how a big man like that can do that. He's probably worse than the War.
Brock Lesnar can do it.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. This guy's bigger than Brock.
No,
he's bigger than Brock.
Look at man.
I've seen him. He's bigger.
Do you know how much Brock Lesnar weigh?
We have to look it up. We have to compare later.
I already know. He weighed 295.
Who, Brock?
Yes, when he was in the WWE at the time.
How much does he weigh right now?
Like 280.
We'll have to see that later. I'll have to see that because I want to compare notes. We can compare that later. But otherwise, Chad Gable, who's on SmackDown now, that's what he meant by he lost that weight, Robert Roode, versus Jinder Mahal, another Raw superstar on SmackDown once again. Maybe he'll have better luck because that's where he had this push on SmackDown. Lars Sullivan comes and beats the living hell out of him, only for R-Truth to try and get some payback. Didn't do jack. He just got manhandled again by the genetic freak, Lars Sullivan.
R-Truth, you ain't young like you used to be.
Yep. We then have Charlotte Flair coming out to make a statement saying that she lost her title but didn't get pinned. That was Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. And she deserves a rematch. Becky Lynch then goes to say that, oh, you want another rematch. But here's the thing. I want you need to be in the bottom so that other women get the chance because I'm tired of the freaking corporate always putting you in my face every single time. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, that's true.
In which case, Bayley comes out to fight Charlotte Flair and ends up losing the match. Which is sad because that was her chance to prove that she deserved a shot. But then gets beat.
I'm with Becky on this. And I'm getting tired of seeing it. Put someone new that's never faced it, Becky before. Because I'm getting tired of seeing Charlotte. I'm not a big Charlotte Flair fan. I like her dad better.
Yep. Okay, you can have your phone because I think I just found in the last bit. And Xavier, get ready for your 10th rant. Because I think he was on number 9. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. Leave in the comments down below. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be R-Truth. Not R-Truth. We just said R-Truth. The WWE champion, Kofi Kingston versus Shinsuke Nakamura for I think it was a non-title. It could be the title was on the line. For the WWE championship. But here's the thing. Shinsuke Nakamura loses the match because of Rusev and Kevin Owens and their outside interference. But thankfully, it said it, Kofi Kingston still won. They had their little get together once again. The whole the time it was Kevin Owens as Big O of New Day with the pancakes, with the sugar, with this, and the announce table for the New Day members. But I told you, bro.
I already knew about Kevin.
I fucking told you. I
But
fucking knew this was coming.
But here's the thing, y'all don't know. Jim Ross reported this, saying that Kofi Kingston needs to get stop doing the jumping and the clapping and all that stuff, because he's got reported that none of the superstars are taking him serious. Some of the superstars are taking him seriously as WWE champion.
Case in point, Kevin Owens super kicks and knocks out Kofi Kingston, the champ, rips the New Day t-shirt he was wearing to reveal his t-shirt as Kevin Owens.
And that's why they're doing that, to put Kevin Owens in.
Mm-hmm. He failed to get it with Daniel Bryan. Now he's trying to get it with Kofi Kingston. He's a heel once again.
Kofi, you need to just stop doing all that jumping and stuff, because you want people to take you seriously as the champion. That's what you got to do. You got to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. With a Big E still injured, we don't know where this is going to go.
But do you know why Kevin Owens did that to Kofi?
What?
So he get that title.
True. Nobody else was on the line. Mm-hmm. With that said, it's definitely going to be Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank. Just from that alone. But with that said, and we already keep saying this, or me, I'm saying it, but you agree with me, right?
Go ahead.
Will we have one or two Money in the Bank matches for the men and women? Or one or the other, we don't know.
We probably want to do women, but because you got the women's tag team belts and all that, and you got that's what the main focus is on, tag team belts for women.
We'll have to wait and see.
Because they haven't announced that yet.
Maybe next week, this Monday, we might hear about it.
If.
Don't be surprised it'll be with your girl Alexa Bliss on A Moment of Bliss.
If they let her wrestle, bro, they're not going to let her wrestle yet.
No, I meant on the talk show.
Yeah.
That's when she mentions it. And watch her put her name on it. She's going to put her name in that pick.
Yeah, but she's still injured, though, bro.
No, I thought she was able to wrestle already.
Oh, no, yeah.
She's injured again?
Yeah, she's still injured. She can't wrestle yet.
What? But she was in a match last week.
You know how WWE does when they let you wrestle for a while, then you get worse.
We'll have to wait and see.
Just think about having Lana. She's still injured.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much covers everything for SmackDown and Raw. We appreciate your time if you're up to this point. And with that said, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and hit that notification bell right there for notifications on the next Heaven's Monsters podcast here on my page, SergDragon.
And King Applebee's. Just so y'all know, you might see me dressed as Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, you like Jerry King Lawler. You like them puppies.
I might wear his outfit though.
You do that, I'll wear Stone Cold Steve Austin with a buzz cut.
No, I can see you as a.
No, maybe not. Not with my belly.
No, I said probably Jim Ross then.
Shoot, the last thing you want is me dressing up like Big E, like y'all fucking say. Talking about Big E coming to get me. Talking to me like, what the hell? Some fag ass jokes.
Or you probably see as Gold does. Wearing a King Puppies t-shirt.
Now that I see. Him dressed like a Gold does. Creeping out all the brothers in his neighborhood. Like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Hey, if that impersonator can do it, so can I.
No, that or they'll think you're representing a football team because of all the black and gold.
Yeah.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you for watching. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.